talk in front of crowds very much, but those that know me know that I can talk quite a bit. I think I need to make a correction first here, though. I named my speech "Don't Sweat." I don't want to say "Don't sweat." I want to say "Don't worry, do sweat," because what you're doing with social media and what you're doing with your businesses or whatever it is that you're doing obviously takes a lot of work. But don't worry about it. Don't think so heavy upon it that that you don't, or that it causes you to seize up and you don't get anything done. I started my first business in 2000 and called John Thompson Consulting. I did IT consulting just like I do right now for Mac-based businesses and at the time homes. By the way, I agree with the previous speaker. There's a lot of apples around here, and that's very good for my business. So anyways, I started in 2000, and like Nathan talked about earlier, it was basically very, very lonely sitting alone on a couch or in a coffee shop or wherever. And there wasn't a lot of activity going on in terms of the community that I could find and I could tap into. In 2005, I closed that business. I actually sold it to Internet Solver, and went to work for Great Oak Trust of Iowa. I was the IT director there for some time. And when they downsized in 2009, I had the opportunity to start my business back up again. And it was pretty much exactly like starting it up in 2000, except that social media was there. And I very quickly was able to tap into a community of people around that are very, very creative, very much doers rather than talkers. And the basis of what I want to say today, and I'm gonna talk a little bit more, but the basis of what I want to say to you today is don't talk about it. Go out and do it. Because if all we do is talk about social media, talk about doing things, then we're going to end up stagnant. We're going to end up stagnant as a culture. We're going to end up stagnant as a city. And we are a city that is very, very risk averse. We're a city of insurance companies, which means by definition we don't like risk. But the risk, the worst risk of all is doing nothing, because if we do nothing, then the world's going to change around us. And it scares me that our community is based on large companies that are in large buildings a few blocks away. I would much rather see a community that's based on a lot of little tiny companies that some of them work, some of them don't. Don't worry about failing. Because if you worry about failing, it's going to stop you. So if you have an idea, if you have some push, go out and do it. And that's really all I've got. I've got to give it up to the next people. Find me.